bound for the Gulf, Australian soldiers leave tomorrow. Tension growing in Indonesia as food prices soar amid economic chaos. India goes to the polls in another general election, and proof the tobacco companies have been looking for another addictive product to replace cigarettes. Good evening, I'm India Naidu. Welcome to the World News at 9. Also tonight, on a losing streak, Melbourne's Crown Casino's $40 million loss. Riots are continuing in Indonesia amid more gloomy news for the country's battered economy. 5 people were killed over the weekend in disturbances, which have now largely been brought under control. However, thousands of students are still said to be on the streets of Pagar Alam in South Sumatra, while another riot in Pangalengan in West Java was quickly contained, according to local police.
Down 2,000 on its close on Friday, largely as a result of today's developments. Meanwhile, in the aftermath of the weekend's violent riots, the leader of Indonesia's second largest Muslim organisation has warned of the potential for further trouble. And it's not just Indonesians who are watching the situation closely. Currencies and markets throughout the region, including here in Australia, have slumped today amid fears about the direction in which Indonesia is heading.
And a short time ago, I spoke to economist Michael Backman in Perth, who's currently writing a book on the Asian financial crisis. I began by asking him why President Suharto was pressing ahead with the currency board idea.
And one of the factors driving this, it would appear, is that the Suharto family businesses are significant borrowers of US dollars, and they themselves would certainly benefit from a currency board.
But surely they wouldn't press ahead if it meant sacrificing IMF aid.
I think what they're trying to do is to test the IMF. And there is another problem in Indonesia, and this has been a problem for decades. And it's that they often seem to not be able to discern the difference between a loan and a gift. And I think President Suharto still is yet to fully comprehend that this money, the billions of dollars that have come to him from the IMF, he's got to repay.
Finally, the latest reports indicate the anti-Chinese riots are continuing there. Could these disturbances pose a threat to Suharto in the lead-up to his scheduled re-election?
Very much. The anti-Chinese riots are becoming greater by the day, and I think that right now the Indonesian military will be very hard-pressed if there's, say, 15 or 16 riots across the archipelago at once. At the moment, there's 5 or 6, and it's reasonably manageable. But if it gets out of hand, there'll be enormous trouble for Indonesia.
After being ravaged by drought and then floods, Papua New Guinea is contending with a new tragedy.